Join me as I dive deep into uncovering what's really holding me back from fully embracing God's plan for my life. Many people struggle to align with God's plan, often without realizing the internal barriers they create. These barriers can be so subtle, yet they prevent us from fully embracing our faith and purpose. Fear is a major obstacle that holds people back from fulfilling God's plan. It's the fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear of not being good enough. Doubt is another significant barrier that can creep in and make us question our abilities and our faith. Negative self-talk is also a common obstacle that can prevent us from moving forward and embracing our purpose. When we allow these negative thoughts to consume us, we can become stuck and unable to see the path forward. These internal barriers can be incredibly powerful, and they can prevent us from taking the steps we need to take to fulfill God's plan. We may feel like we're doing everything right, but still we're not seeing the results we want. That's because these barriers are often hidden even from ourselves. We may not even realize they're there, but they're still holding us back. As we navigate our faith journey, it's essential to recognize these barriers and overcome them. We can see examples of this in the Bible, where characters like Moses and David had to overcome their own fears and doubts to fulfill God's plan. Their stories can inspire and motivate us to do the same. By studying their experiences, we can learn how to overcome our own internal barriers and move forward in faith. Practical examples from the Bible can illustrate how these barriers manifest in our lives. For instance, Peter's story shows us how fear and doubt can hold us back, but also how faith and trust in God can help us overcome them. We can apply these lessons to our own lives, recognizing the areas where we're held back by fear, doubt, or negative self-talk. The Bible also provides guidance on how to overcome these barriers. It teaches us to trust in God's plan and to have faith that He will guide us. It reminds us that we're not alone and that God is always with us, even when we're facing challenges and uncertainties. By embracing this truth, we can begin to break down the internal barriers that hold us back. Shifting our perspective and embracing faith can unlock new paths towards fulfilling God's plan. When we let go of our fears and doubts, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and opportunities. We begin to see that God's plan is not limited by our own abilities or resources, but it's driven by His power and wisdom. This realization can be incredibly liberating, allowing us to move forward with confidence and purpose. As we align ourselves with God's plan, we start to see the world in a new light. We realize that every experience, every challenge, and every triumph is part of a larger story. We begin to understand that our lives have meaning and purpose, and that we're not just drifting through life without direction. This newfound understanding can bring us joy, peace, and fulfillment, even in the midst of challenges and uncertainties. By embracing faith and trusting in God's plan, we can unlock the doors that have been holding us back. We can discover new strengths and abilities, and we can learn to trust in God's goodness and love. This journey of faith is not always easy, but it's worth it. Every step we take towards fulfilling God's plan brings us closer to our true purpose and destiny. The key insight here is that our perspective and faith have the power to unlock new paths and possibilities. When we shift our focus from our own limitations to God's power and wisdom, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We begin to see that our lives are not defined by our fears and doubts, but by our faith and trust in God. In conclusion, many people struggle to align with God's plan due to internal barriers like fear, doubt, and negative self-talk, recognizing and overcoming these barriers is essential to fulfilling our purpose and destiny. By shifting our perspective and embracing faith, we can unlock new paths and possibilities and move forward with confidence and purpose. Join the conversation by leaving a comment below, sharing your thoughts on what's really holding you back from fully embracing God's plan. Don't forget to watch my next video, where we'll dive deeper into deepening your faith journey and unlocking your true potential.